Hi guys, Mark here. Welcome. In this video, we're going to cover the most basic kumihimo braid done on a desk. The result is a round braid which works best either in a single color or in a combination of two different colors. This one works great either for bracelets, dog leashes, things like that. When working with regular Type 3 paracord, I recommend using a 6-inch disc. For smaller cordage, for example Type 1 paracord, a 4-inch disc is going to be enough. To set up our braid, besides the disc, we're going to need 4 strands. In my case 2 of one color, 2 of the other. When setting up, I don't look at the numbers. Instead, I look for these dots on the sides. I'm going to take my first cord. This one is going to be the first one that's going to be used. I fold it in half, then set it up from the bottom left here to the top right. Then, the second cord used, in my case, is going to be of a different color. Again, fold your cord in half, set it up exactly the same way. So, from the bottom left to the top right. Then, back to our first cord, taking my first color again, folding my cord in half. This is going to be the third cord used. This time, we set it up like this. So, from the bottom right to the top left. The final cord is again of the second color, fold it in half, set it up exactly the same way. So, from the bottom right to the top left. This is our initial setup. If you want, you can add in a piece of hardware at the very beginning. So to do this, you remove an end, pass it through your hardware, and back into the slot. Do the same thing with the other end. Through the hardware, back into the slot. Then, with the other two ends, through the hardware, back into the slot. Through the hardware, back into the slot. So this would work nicely, for example, for a dog leash. I did some testing here, both with regular Type 3 paracord, as well as the smaller Type 1 paracord. In both cases, the ratio of cord used to braid produced is about the same, 3.5 to 1. So, each of your 4 strands, so 1, 2, 3, 4, is going to have to be 3.5 feet longer for each additional foot of your braid. If we scale things down, for each additional inch of your braid, each of your 4 strands is going to have to be 3.5 inches longer. we start our braiding with the top right strand in between numbers 1 and 32. We pass it from the top right to the bottom right, next to the other two strands. Then we pick up the bottom left strand and we pass it to the top left, next to the other strand. Rotate 90 degrees, then repeat. Top right strand passes to the bottom right, bottom left strand passes to the top left. Rotate 90 degrees, repeat. Top right, bottom left, to the top left. Rotate, repeat. Top right, to the bottom right, bottom left, to the top left. Rotate, repeat. You can already see a nice looking pattern forming at the bottom. Now you can put your braiding off to the side and pick it up at any point. To continue, all you need to do is find the top pair. So in this case, this is the top pair. Rotate and continue. Again, you can always put it down, come back later, find the top pair, rotate, continue. So, if you ever lose your spot, you simply find the top strands, so these two, rotate, continue. So guys, that's our basic round kumihimo braid. Thank you for joining me and see ya next time.